Alright, welcome back to the third episode of the 9-tile Megabase series. And the first thing I'm going to do today, or I already did kind of, is an oil setup. And it's tiny in comparison to all the other resources because, well, you can basically crank up the amount of oil you get out of one mining drill or one pump jack, infinitely. And I thought I'm already playing on infinite resources basically, so why waste any space here? So basically it's one of these pump jacks for each train wagon here. And yeah, I'm not gonna go through all this pipe spaghetti. There's gonna be a save file and blueprints and stuff, so if you want to look at this, you can. There's not really, well, I'm basically just flooding the whole thing with oil. I mean, these guys are able to produce 16,000 per second, which is way more than this pipe spaghetti can handle. They're probably like, well, it's a bit hard to tell because it's not being, there's not enough draw right now. But I'm guessing this should do something like 2,000 per second, probably a bit more, between 2 and 4,000 per second. And I'm going to need, I think, a bit more than 2,000 crude oil for 1,000 signs per minute. So yeah, I just built 2 of those to be sure. But I think I'm going to try to have just one outstation, which I've built here, and it's already drawing. You can see it's kind of trying to smartly combine the different wagons here. Yeah, this tank here is actually drawing from this last wagon, and it's a bit of a messy setup, but basically those two are being compared. So the contents of this tank here are multiplied by -1 and then added to this one, and then this pump will only activate when there's oil above -500, and this, wait, did I mess things up here? Oh, I think I did. There's a wire missing here. I don't know how that happened, but yeah, this should be it. Wait, is there a condition? Yeah. 1 second, just want to make sure that I didn't mess anything up here. Yeah, I had messed things up in the past, which is why this is kind of overfilled. Okay, but this should mean, this explains why this was running a bit weird. So these two are being compared, and only the one that has more in it will activate basically, or will empty out. Or if they're about the same, they will both activate. That's why this 500 is here. I used to have them larger or smaller than 0, but that really doesn't work well because it then fluctuates a lot. So in this case, they should try and keep each other balanced. And yeah, the same thing mirrored here. And you can see those are coming out from all the way down here. And the upper ones, or the front ones, are being put out here. I actually put in some extra pipes here. The reason is I didn't manage to get this, didn't manage to get less than 7 pipe segments between this pump and this pump. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pipe segments here. And this means the maximum flow I'm going to get out of this side is 1,500 per second. So I thought, why not do the same on the other side? Actually, now that I think about it, this can go. Shouldn't make any difference at all. You can see it's 1,500 per second here as well, and that's due to these 7 pipe segments here. Yeah, I wouldn't strictly be necessary, I guess, but this just ensures that I'm going to have the same flow from both of these. And yeah, I got the same contraption here. Only the one that has more in it will pump, or when there's about the same, they will both pump. And you can see I have a clean 3,000 per second of flow here. And yeah, I can check now. There's a small gap in the trains, but they can easily keep up. So this should give me 3,000 oil per second. And of course I can just copy the same station when I need to pump like other fluids. So I think this is going to be the oil thing. Of course I'm not going to build this here, because I mean it's right next to the oil pumping stations. I just wanted to figure this out, and I kind of needed an outstation to test these stations. But yeah, I think this should work out nicely. But yeah, I'll just blueprint this one and delete it for now. And then I think I'll get on with the smelting, because when you look at the map, we kind of have all the raw resources here. Actually, no, I missed water. I'm gonna do water first, but that's gonna be very quick because I can just use the same in and out stations as for oil. So yeah, this is basically just a copy and paste job here. Yeah, 1 second. Okay, I've cleaned up the oil station, the oil out station, and I've properly done the blueprints for this. So I can hopefully just plop down the new ones now, or the water ones. I just have to find the right one. Yeah, this is looking good. Actually, there's a bit too much in there. I might fix that in a second. Oh, first thing I want to do is cut this rail here, and then just clean this up a little bit and place this here. So this is a blank fluid loading station, just as the blank item loading stations. It has 2 stations, one of which is only to make my life easier with the train schedule. So this is going to be named fluid equal water out, and this will be fluid water in. Here we go, and if I did this right, yeah, the schedules are aligned, so now I can deconstruct this one. And the first thing to do, almost made a big mistake here. Yeah, I don't want to do this. I want to copy it first and then select new contents. Yeah, this would have been annoying. I should probably make a backup of this because it will happen at some point. Yeah, and then just delete everything that's not a train or a blueprint deployer. This is pretty much the same as I did with the normal trains. But for some reason the alignment is off here. I don't know how this happens exactly, but I kind of have to realign this here. Let's see if this is correct now. Yeah, this is how the alignment should be. Okay, so now I can give this a name. And make another copy for my database, blueprint database, and put this in here. Okay, so this should be the water train station setup, I hope. And the next thing I'll have to do is dig for some water. Just to piss everyone off, I'm just gonna dig a hole right here. And here we go, lovely hole. Just took a second to dig this, and I can just hook up 4 offshore pumps to these. They're not going to do exactly the same amounts, but to be honest, it's going to be way more than I need, so that should be fine, I hope at least. Might want to check this. Yeah, can I maybe see it right now? That's 12,000 per second, I think. Right. Yeah, it took me way longer than I'd like to admit, but I think this isn't enough actually, because this should be around 2,000 per second. It seems a bit low. Let me see if I can make any quick improvements here, otherwise I'm just gonna be very lazy and build a second one of these. I think that's actually what I'm gonna do. Just go like this and get rid of this, get rid of those, maybe get rid of some here, and place this. Of course, should have maybe copied the water as well. This is very handy in case you don't know. You can just press shift when you're copying something, and then you open the blueprint menu without actually creating a blueprint. That's very handy for stuff like this. And now I didn't copy enough of it. Ah, god damn it. I'm gonna want to copy this until here. Okay, almost there. Yes, trains actually, and then I can just go here and place it twice, so it places the pumps, and this should be the water handled. As I said, this is probably going to piss off some people that I just choose the easy way out, but I'm repeating myself, but the interesting things for me are yet to come. And actually they're going to start almost right now, I think, because the next thing will be smelting, and this will already be a little more interesting, I think, than just building these basically infinite supply stations here. Alright, so the first thing we need, of course, is an output station for ore, and I'm going to just get rid of all of this and probably get rid of something like here, I'm not sure where exactly, and I'll put this here. Yeah, it seems like I got found the right spot for deleting rails here. And yeah, I am going to basically stop all the trains that want to go through the area that I'm building in every time I'm building a new station, because otherwise, as I mentioned, you can have trains going through here when there's still a rail here, and then I'm going trying to blueprint stuff on top, or yeah, this can get messy. So I don't mind having a short break. There's going to be potentially lots of no pathing trains there, but yeah, it should be quickly resolved. So the neat thing about this now is I can just call this, say, iron ore out, and this should be the only thing I have to do in order to get trains here. Let's see. Yeah, there's 2 starting. This is actually very, very convenient now, because I basically have all these trains just waiting for stations to appear, and there should be one very shortly. No, that's not the one. This side note, the train that's going from all the way left to all the way right was only carrying train wagons, so it might have too many train wagons and too few locomotives. But yeah, that's there's probably going to be some changes to this as well. Like, I still don't know how many trains I'm gonna need in total, and yeah, it's still going to take a while, I think. One thing I'm going to want to see here, actually, I think I'm just gonna start by making some infinity loaders here, because I kind of want to see if I can keep the 4 belts filled with only a train limit of 2, because crap, and I of course forgot the deconstruction planner here, because yeah, this is, I might have to adjust the train limits here. The difficult thing about this is, well, I might have to dynamically adjust them actually, and there's still no bots in here. There's still a bit of work I need to do to make this more convenient for myself. The thing is, not only now will another train start here, because only now does did the train station have a free spot, so we can probably see this better now. So I want to keep an eye on these belts here and see if they actually manage to stay full. Otherwise, I might have to extend this to put in an extra stacked train here. Or alternatively, I could say, okay, if there's very little ore in here, I want to increase it. It might be enough actually. But if you imagine this to be like, I'm gonna probably need like 6 of these. So yeah, it's going to go longer and longer, and at some point it might be difficult to keep up with just a stacker of 2 trains. But yeah, I'll figure this out as I go, I guess. Well, actually, the difficult part will be I can't really retrofit another train in here, so yeah, I'll find a solution. I'll see. I think I want to go and finally start actually building things that assemble or smelt or anything, because for now it's mainly been preparing for this. Okay, I'll get rid of these. I think for now we're fine with the 2 trains coming in, This seems to be running very very nicely, and there doesn't seem to be a danger of this emptying too quickly. Let's see. All the chests are still filled. Yeah, this is looking fine. Alright, so I'll just fill this up and start planning out the smelting area here. Yeah, I kind of forgot how big this gets on a ribbon base. So you can see I've built this much smelting for now, and that's pretty much exactly one belt of iron. So let's see. Yeah, 45.15, 45 per second would be exactly one blue belt. And you can see it's a fully compressed blue belt coming out. And of course there's still 3 more lines of ore to process. So I think the plan would be to just basically go like, wait, let me see. I should have thought about this before I restarted recording. Basically shimmying this here and then getting, I might just leave a little room, who cares. Getting this here and oops. Let me think. Yeah, now I should be able to just basically, where is it? Yeah, blueprint one of these modules here. Here, I think. So, yeah, and now I can basically just copy paste the whole thing, except for these annoying guys here. Let me see. I mean, occasionally you're gonna hit a beacon with these, and then you're gonna have to do some chicaning around this, but other than that, it's pretty much just this basic module here. You need 5 belts, because at any point you either have like the number of ore belts plus the number of plate belts will equal 5 at all times. So the less, and yeah, I'm basically, important note, I'm basically ignoring the productivity modules here, which is a bit wasteful, I guess, because it's 20%. So I could actually, well, I wouldn't be able to get more than 4 full belts out of 4 ore belts. I wouldn't be able to do 5, and honestly, trying to get to squeeze 5 belts into these stations is basically impossible, I think. So yeah, I'll just basically assume it's a 1-to-1 conversion rate, and then be happy that this takes the strain of the ore supply a little bit, because I'm only going to use how much ore exactly? Instead of 45, I'll just use 37. So there's, oh, what's happening here? Ah, crap, I forgot. I need a okay, I might have to delete this and push it a little further back, because I'm going to need some kind of balancer here, I think. I tried not to use so many balancers so far, but I think I don't really, well, actually, it shouldn't, no, I'm not gonna use a balancer, I think, because it shouldn't really be too bad. As long as I balance it when it comes out, it should be fine, I think. So yeah, I'll just copy paste a whole 4 belts of this. I'm doing a little trickery here with some belt weaving, using a red underground here. This small belt segment is that, well, otherwise you will have the occasional cut in the belt, which is really annoying. But if you have like exactly half a belt production, they won't manage to align in a way, or to like sync up in a way that they always fill the belt. So what you want to do is have, wait, there should be another one here. On the last smelter of every row, have a little extra belt segment that feeds back onto the belt, and this assures that once there's a cut here, there will always be an inserter waiting. You can also do this by side loading if you want to fill the inner belt. But yeah, that's just like a small belt buffer here will always ensure that you have a compressed belt. So this is for the upper side here, and the one on the bottom is for the lower side here, because it gets mixed to the lower side. Other than that, I think it's not that interesting, so I'm just gonna, as I said, basically copy paste this and then worry about the outputs. Okay, just really quickly back to the belt gap that I was just talking about. You can see I didn't, well, I built the thing here, but I didn't build the inserter to fill the belt gaps. And you can see, well, of course now it's not coming. 1 second. There should be a belt gap soon. Of course, well, I've had lots of belt gaps now. Maybe it wasn't equalized. Let's see. Well, maybe I don't need it in this case. Man, that's just the worst luck. The second, there was one. Let's turn this down again. The second I start recording, the gaps stop, of course. But you will see. Ah, come on. Well, there was one. You can skip back and watch it if you don't believe me. Okay, so this is the second belt done, and they're both running without any issues. And yeah, on to the third one. I'm really, I'm not making any exceptions with leaving these exactly where they are this time, because I felt like last time I did, well, say that it was here and I pushed it a little bit to one side or tried to retrofit them after building things, and having differently sized train segments can lead to a lot of digestion, I feel, because you have these, how to say it, like phantom traffic jams, I guess, that one starts slowing down a little bit because there's a shorter rail block that's not completely emptied, and then it gets passed on further and further back, and at some point you're gonna have trains standing on the rail for no apparent reason. So yeah, I'm really sticking to these 5 or 1 locomotive 4 wagon long train segments here, and yeah, I even extended this last half belt here. This has 19 instead of 20 furnaces because I had to leave a few beacons out here. So yeah, that's a bit annoying, but that's the way I'm doing things, I think, because I really want to have the train system running as smoothly as I can. So yeah, I'll finish up this iron smelting thing, and the nice thing is, no matter how long and ugly it is, once I've built it once, I can just stamp it down multiple times for multiple ores, and yeah, it's gonna be much less painful. And here we have it for fully compressed belts of iron. By the way, I have a little bit of a cold. I don't know if you can hear this. It's not COVID. I've been tested and vaccinated and all that good stuff. But yeah, if you can hear this, I'm sorry. I have a bit of a clogged up nose. Okay, so this is for belts of iron, and all it took was, well, this abomination. And I'm going to have to paste this quite a few times, so maybe at this point you can imagine this thing's going to get long as hell. This, and it doesn't even have a station yet, so including this station, this is how long the mining thing is. One of the smelting things. In comparison, it's hard to tell. But say this length here is about as long as 3 of these mining things, I guess. So things will get very elongated. No way around it on 9 tiles. Well, not if you want to go for 1,000 signs per minute anyway. I did put a small balancer here. I don't think I need it anymore. Let's get rid of this, and actually I'm considering just not using splitters at all, because technically if everything runs as planned, there should be enough iron coming from every wagon into every part of this, out to every wagon, so there shouldn't really be the need for a balancer. And yeah, I think I'll just risk it, and I don't really see a need for it. I might regret it later, and I won't probably have room to get it back in, but yeah, worst case, I'll come up with something. So I'll get rid of this, and I'll do the first iron station here. Wait, this should be the right one. This looks like an in station. Yeah, perfect. So let's get rid of this, and maybe a bit more. And let's place this here. And same procedure as with the ore mining stations. First thing I want to do is rename this to iron plate out, and this one to iron plate in. And I'll delete this, and now this has the right stations, so I can blueprint it. Yeah, this is actually much less of a complication than I initially thought. Let's select new contents here and get all of this. And this part I only have to do once for example, iron. Once I have the iron train blueprint done, I can just paste it for all the other iron stations. By the way, I have yet to decide whether I'm going to do a dedicated, basically iron ore to steel smelting thing, or rather like just order iron plates and smelt them into steel. I'm not sure. I'll figure this out as I go. This is iron plate, and yeah, it's gonna get a name as well. Here we go. Save that and drop it into the book. It's already getting a bit crowded here, and there's gonna be lots more to come, but yeah, that's how things are. And I'm gonna drop this in here. Maybe connect power. Why is makes sense. Yeah, so now we had the case where there were trains passing through here instead of around, because I didn't delete this rail. Oops. And for some reason, they were sitting on the same block. No, I'm not sure why they didn't either crash into this or just go around, but yeah. Yeah, this is all the same rail block, so this was all blocked, of course. So I really want to just deconstruct these rail segments here so this doesn't happen all the time. And then, well, let's hook up power first. And that should be iron. Sorted. Well, sorta sorted, I guess. Now the only thing I'll have to do is make 6 copies of this or something like that. I'll have to check the numbers again, but yeah, something, well, depending on whether I'm going to make a dedicated steel thing. I don't think I will. I think I'll just smelt everything to iron plates here, and then a couple of this will go to steel. And checking the numbers here, I'll actually need, oh, that's annoying, 28.1 belts of iron, which is exactly more than 7 of these stations. So I'm going to need 8 iron stations actually, which is, wow, this is going to be really painfully long. But, well, I mean, we do have the space in this direction. The only thing, man, this is where I ended last episode. After the stone thing, and then I started fiddling around with these things and got distracted by the train setup. By the way, why this is... Oh, okay. So this is where I went last time, and then I cleared a lot of new space and built the train thing here, which turns out is not a lot of space at all, because I won't even be able to fit the second iron station in here, because this is already way too long. So I think the first thing on the menu will be running right for 10 minutes and then running back, and yeah, just basically getting a lot of new real estate to work with, and then I'll paste all the iron stations. Okay, I think that should do it for now. I mean, it's a lot of space, but it's going to probably not even be enough for all the smelting. I'm still scrolling, by the way. And, well, you can see this is the total base, and so far I've built up to here. So I think I have like twice the room that I had until now. And now I'm gonna have to copy, wait, where am I? This thing. Actually, I realized I don't really need this rail going around here anymore. Well, I already kind of deconstructed it, which is going to be a little annoying to do now, but I think shouldn't be too painful to change this to the new station. I'm going to let this one empty, I think, and now I'll just deconstruct this and all of this, and crap, I wanted to take a blueprint of it, of course, and maybe take the signal as well. Yeah, until this, and now I'll get rid of all this and of the station, and I'll just hook these up, and I should be able to just let this empty. And at the same time, crap, I don't have power. Okay, I'm just gonna build a separate power cell here because I don't want to carry power there now. I want to set this up first so that the train things can keep going. Rail signals in the way. Let's get rid of this and this. And let's try again. And this should mean that, yeah, trains are coming in. This should be fine. I think I've actually starved the system a little bit. It looks like it. There's only 2 trains. Well, there's 3 trains now, so there's 2 full ones, and this seems stuck. Wait. Did I mess up? Let's just get this to out. I might have to be careful when I do this, so that I don't get trains stuck somewhere. I'm not exactly sure why this was trying to. Well, yeah, I am, because when I remove this and trains are on their way, and they're pathing to this station, and then there's no available station anymore of this type, they will try and path back to this one. So yeah, I'll probably have to build the second one down here before deconstructing the other one, but that shouldn't be too bad. And I think I should have trains coming in shortly. Well, not shortly maybe, but at some point. Let's see. Oh, man, this is such a long way. Yeah, still scrolling, and there's the first one. Okay, I'll try and catch this. Come on. Here we go. No, actually, I haven't finished this station yet. Should maybe do this before it comes in. And add the proper deconstruction planner here. Actually, no, never mind. I thought I needed fluid wagons here as well, but no, that's just... No, brain fart, never mind. Yeah, let's put this in here, and let's get some construction bots in here. I still have to automatically make it such that the outstations have an automatic supply of robots. Did I put in robots in the iron smelting? Well, yeah, apparently I did. Otherwise, the first train would have been stuck there. And this is taking too long. I'll just speed it up for now, and I want to see the first train coming in, and I want to see that this didn't mess up. Yeah, well, looks like it. Alright, this is looking nice. And the next one. And there's trains coming in. Perfect. So I'll turn this back down. And now I can finally multiply the whole smelting thing. And yeah, oops. Just go back there. What's happening here? This still hasn't emptied. Why? Did I break something here? Apparently I did. Crap. Yeah, this may be the reason why there were no more locomotives. Oh, that's so annoying. You know what? Fuck that. Let's just get them all out there. And I can deconstruct some of this. Well, no, I'm just gonna break it. I'll just leave it in place, I think. And yeah, just empty this out. You know what? Never mind. That's just faster and more convenient. And we're almost done. And then I can just get rid of all this. Yeah, this is so much for my nicely sorted, ratioed train belt here. But I think this should sort itself out sooner rather than later. And come on, get rid of this. Here we go. Yeah, this can go. And the last ones. Let's get rid of all of this and all of this and all of this. Perfect. And let's put the belt back and let's put the signals back here. And yeah, that's the old train supplier gone. And yeah, I think I'll copy and paste this off camera and maybe do the same for like copper ore and stuff. Yeah, so now now this has happened, which I don't know why this happened. Oh, okay, I might have to use balances. Thinking about it. Well, okay, it's just filled up. Maybe it's not too bad. Anyways, I think I'll cut this out here. And yeah, same promise as last time. Things will get more interesting and more complicated. I know that until now I'm mostly like using infinite features and there's not so much interesting designing going on. I mean, this was kind of finicky to get 4 nicely compressed belts out of this. I had to do lots of small like shenanigans here, and every one of them is kind of different, which I like. It was, as I said, it was a bit hard to blueprint the parts of this due to the signal positioning here, but I think it worked out okay, the first smelting thing. And yeah, next time I'll probably have this finished and I'll maybe do green circuits. Been thinking about this and I'm not really sure how I'm gonna do it. I might feed in 4 belts of copper from the left and 4 belts of iron from the right, and then try to wiggle 4 belts of green circuits out. Yeah, this is gonna be very interesting. I'm not sure if I can do that. Maybe I'll have to do just like 2 or maybe like 3 belts. I'm not sure. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching and maybe see you next time.